I'm Robin.
Coming up, I'm going to show you how I took this picture of a pumpkin and using some carbon paper, I traced it onto a piece of wood. Then, using my scroll saw, I cut it out and it gave me 2 pumpkin patterns. For my first DIY, I had taken one of these hats that I had gotten at Dollar Tree. I cut this little piece off and took the hat all apart. Then I began winding the piece of hat, it was like a wicker material, all around the pumpkin. And when I got to the end, I used hot glue to make sure it was secure. Then I had gotten this beautiful pearl ribbon from Dollarama and I cut off several pieces and glued it on to the inside layers of the pumpkin. Next, I added this gorgeous thin lace in between the pearls. And here's how it looks so far. I also had this green ribbon that I decided to make a bow with, just a simple one, and I added a pearl. I also added this fine ribbon to make it complete, and I absolutely love it. I think it's so gorgeous and shabby chic. How do you like it? Let me know in the comment section below. For my next DIY, I went to the Kirkland's website and I saw a cute pumpkin, so I traced out the picture. Then I cut it out with my scroll saw and this is what I came up with. I decided I wanted to decoupage it, so I separated a napkin and then using water to try and get out all of the wrinkles and a piece of cardboard, I applied the napkin to my shape. I also used Elmer's glue. Here's how it looks so far. I decided I want to decoupage the top layer as well. So I did the same technique. And then using an X-Acto knife, I cut some slits in the open part so I could glue everything down well. Then I placed the 2 pieces on top of each other. And then I added the leaves. Here's how it turned out so far. I decided that I wanted to make a little candle holder, so I used one of these lids from a Bath & Body Works candle. I added hot glue to the top of the lid. And then I glued on my pumpkin. Once that was finished, I took one of those little LED candles and here you go. It's a beautiful candle holder. And this is how it looks in the dark. I absolutely love it. I'm participating in the 5 under $5 DIY challenge, hosted by Missy over at Crafty Cove, Emily from Farm Charm Chic, and I'm the guest co-host. Thank you so much for choosing me. I'm honored. Using that same template from the Kirkland's pumpkin that I saw online, I cut out these shapes and I had this Tide pod container that I had previously made into a modern look vase. I cut out the pieces and I painted them white. Then I added them to the front of the container. And here's how it looks so far. Then I cut out the leaves, painted them green with a black stem and white trim. I'm making a gourd. I did this project and several others on a live stream, and I'll link it in the description box below. Using black paint, I dry brushed the inside portions of the gourd, and then I added some floral to it. Now I decided to use sticks that I'd actually gotten from my backyard and faux cotton. I love this display and I think it looks elegant. It makes a beautiful piece to add to your fall decor. For my next DIY, I had this sock. I thought it was really cute, and this pool noodle, and I thought if I cut it, maybe I could make a pumpkin. But it wasn't in a pumpkin shape, so using my scroll saw, I thought, I have an idea. I cut the pool noodle pieces in half and glued them onto the main piece, almost like a mug shape. And I kept doing that all the way around the original piece until it turned into looking like a pumpkin. Then I placed my pumpkin inside the sock. I sewed up the sock partially, and then I added a top. Once that was done, I had this flower that I wanted to decorate with it, and I put it on top. And here's how it turned out. I really love it. I think it's so pretty. At the beginning, when I cut out those two shapes, well, I decided that I wanted to use this one to make a notepad holder. So using this placemat material that I had gotten from Dollarama and using the shapes, I cut out with my scroll saw different pieces of material to match up the same size as the shapes, and then I glued that material on top of the wood. So I'm just using my scroll saw here like a Cricut to cut out the pieces of fabric in the design that I want. Now, using hot glue, I glue the fabric to the piece of wood. I decided to paint a pumpkin shape to a board, and then I cut it out with my scroll saw. I began to glue each piece onto the pumpkin board. And here's how it looks. I didn't like those two sides with the lines on it, so I decided to paint them black. Then I took a clothespin, painted it black, and added it on the middle just with some hot glue. And here's my notepad all ready with my to-do list on it. The summer's not over, but it's never too early to start thinking about how you're going to decorate for your fall decor. I hope that these wonderful pumpkins and gourd help to inspire your creativity. You don't need to break the bank to have some beautiful and gorgeous decor. For more unique pumpkin ideas, click on the next video.